What up, everybody? How we doing,
What's up,
boys?
brothers?
Long time no see.
Classic.
I get it.
We always say that when we do a twofer.
Yeah, we're known for double dipping.
Double dipping.
The double dip boys.
Yeah.
Dude, we are the double dip boys. We're the baked potato boys, the double dip boys.
We go by many names.
Yeah.
We go by yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think the double dip boys is like our court of owls. Like beware, beware, the double
yeah.
dip boys.
Yeah. One day people will tell you know
Yeah.
nursery rhymes about us.
I love that for
Double
us.
dip boys.
Anthony, did you have something interesting you wanted to share with
yes.
us?
Yes. So, maybe you guys know, you two know. I don't know if the listeners know, but me and a friend of the podcast, Joey Murphy, we created a 10-page comic book called Super Guy. Huge shout out to Joey Murphy. We did an episode even on that, episode 150. We talked about that. The anthology it was in finally came out. So I decided to start sending my story out digitally to whoever wants to read it. By the way, if you're listening to this and you want to read Super Guy, just hit me up. I will send it to you. DM me anywhere. Just let me know and I'll let you read it. So
Slide
a lot
into his DMs.
slide right in there. So one person that did slide into my DMs, rapid fire reviews on Twitter or X. Fuck it. I'm not calling it X. Or rapid fire
What's the
2020.
deal with rapid fire reviews?
So they just they're a smaller account, but they just reached out and they're like, they read it and then they're like, hope this is okay. And then they sent me a review, which I thought was really cool. I sent this to Joey. Me and Joey were like geeking out that someone even did this, you know? Because again, it's just like a 10-page comic we did. So check it out. When the world is in trouble, you want a true hero to step up and come to the aid of all of us on planet Earth. Is that hero Super Guy? No, definitely not. A fun story of a hero, in quotation marks, that's more comfy sitting at home in his pants than getting into the thick of the action. Comically inept and self-centered, Super Guy's first foray into the business of world saving does not go very well, but gives us some giggles along the way. Going forward, I would think Super Guy better hope his luck holds up, though the cliffhanger ending might mean his career will be cut short. Ooh, true fan right there. This is a fun little story snippet that definitely needs to be continued on. 10 pages is enough to give us a good insight into Super Guy's lack of skill and hero potential, but there's definitely potential in the setting and story. This could be the start of a brand new super universe, and someone needs to take up the slack and save us from Super Guy's heroics. We need his origin story. Was he bitten by a radioactive elephant? And what are his other cool abilities? Did all his washing get done? Aliens, robots, a big bag of super underwear. Is there anything that Super Guy can't handle? And by handle, we mean try and worm his way out of doing. So I love that. I love that someone read the comics, sent that, right? So shout out, check out Rapid Fire Reviews on Twitter. I'm sure they would love to read whatever you have. Like I didn't ask for that, and they didn't even tell me they were doing that. So it's so cool, right? Like I love that. Made me feel really good. Yeah, thanks.
That's awesome.
So if you want to read Super Guy by me and Joey Murphy, please hit us up. And that's that. Also, by the way, stay tuned to the end of the episode because we're doing a giveaway. We're gonna give away we're doing the comic we're talking about today, the Court of Owls, City of Owls. It's the first 2 volumes of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's New 52 Batman run. We'll tell you how to win those at the end of the episode. So you got to listen to the whole fucking thing. The double dippers strike again.
The double dippers strike again. Oh shit. Dude, well, whose choice was it to do this one for Bat March?
I think
It was definitely you or Anthony.
I
might have picked it too. I don't know. We were both just like, we got to do Court of Owls.
Yeah,
I'll give you the shout out, Cody.
Last Bat March we did was it last Bat March where
because we all picked one and then we voted on one. Like I picked Dark Victory.
No, Cody, you picked Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, you did pick Gotham by Gaslight. You're right.
So I'm taking credit for this one, bitches.
Oh, Court of Owls.
But yeah, no, last Bat March we did 0 Year by Scott
Yes.
Snyder and Greg Capullo.
Yeah.
Facts.
Love that one.
They are a great team. This is arguably the best run to come out of New 52.
Easily.
And,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would say it is. Yeah.
And I would also make the argument that it's one of the best modern Batman runs.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one of the best Batman runs. Period. Like the Court of Owls story specifically, just one of the best Batman stories I've ever read. It's so cool.
Great
Yeah.
story.
It's a great story.
And so is Zero
Fantastic.
Year. They're a
Yeah.
good team. They seem to get Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would highly recommend reading the entire run if you haven't.
Dude, are they gonna come out with Scott Snyder and Capullo omnibusy?
They have him already.
Oh.
Yeah, I have the first one.
See, I never had Court of Owls paper-wise. I used to have the DC comic app, but then I
Ooh.
just stopped paying for it. So that's where I read Court of Owls originally.
Nice. I think the
See-
same actually.
See, I had it. I had Court of Owls, Night of Owls, which was like the event.
The Night of the Owls. Yeah.
Yeah, the Night of the Owls.
The Night
and
of the Owls.
and then City of Owls. I had all three, but I lent Court of Owls to somebody, and now I can't remember who that somebody was.
Well, wait,
Probably
no. So
Boone's.
it's 2 volumes. It's Court of Owls, City of Owls.
Yes.
Night of the Owls is something that happens in it, though. I mean,
Yes,
actually,
it's a-
why isn't it called Night of the Owls? That would kind of make more sense.
Well, isn't it called like The Long Night or something?
No, that's
When
they
that's
attack-
the Game of Thrones.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I thought it was called something. Something.
no,
Night.
it's called Night of the Owls.
Night of the Owls, yeah.
Yeah. It's like because it's not just them. It covers how the whole it like
The
kind
Bat
of, you know,
Family.
yeah, it covers how the Bat Family handles.
Yeah.
Oh, got you. I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's almost like if Court of Owls and City of Owls are the Batman event, Night of the Owls is just kind of like a collection of all the bonus tie-in issues.
Facts.
Gotcha. Oh, we got a sleepy baby in the house?
Dude, I do have sleepy baby energy right now.
No.
Wake up! Wake
Dude,
up.
wake me up.
Before you came on, we were talking about what Cody mentioned Rip Van Winkle, but he didn't know Rip Van Winkle is famous for sleeping for like
Sleeping.
100 years.
His
Yeah.
whole life. Yeah.
exactly.
Like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I just like the name, and we said something about ripping or getting ripped or something. And I
Yeah, you said Rip Van Winkle.
Yeah.
It's like that's the
That's
person
how
we
I
don't
feel.
want to be.
I feel
No.
like I got so high in the last episode with Kevin Casey Johnson.
Kevin Casey White.
Oh, Kevin Casey.
Oh no, Cody's infected you.
Kevin
Oh,
Casey
no.
Johnson. Oh.
No, we're here for Batman. We're here for
Batman's here
March.
for us.
And
Hey.
yeah, and these are the first 2 volumes of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's run.
Yes.
Wait, before we go any further, you know what I just realized is that we never introed our episode last with Kevin Casey White.
Ooh.
yeah.
I
never
introduced
said
him,
welcome to
but we
D-
never
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, we
You're
usually
right.
skip it for interviews, I feel like, but I guess
Oh,
we
well.
didn't. Yeah.
Kevin,
I-
what up?
But yeah, let's
Yeah.
introduce this one, Jake.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, welcome to Comics and Chronic. I'm Jacob H. You already know who's with me. It's Cody Cannon, Anthony Anaccio. Today we are talking Court of Owls, City of Owls by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo.
Volumes 1 and 2.
Volumes 1 and 2.
It's just like owls don't feel threatening, but they are.
Dude, but
owls
they're
will fuck you up.
cool. Like
Yeah.
on a scientific level, I watched this whole thing where they had different birds fly and they recorded the sound of their like takeoff, flight, and landing. And this one owl's like the microphone couldn't pick up anything. Like, it was just
Silent,
a
yeah.
master predator. And I was like, wow, that's sick.
Literally right before we hopped on to record this one, I was just scrolling TikTok, and just so happened the last video, I said I have to end on this note because it was a video of a tiny rabbit in a snowy field, and this gigantic owl just swoops
Like,
down. The rabbit doesn't.
Ooh.
The rabbit has no idea it's
Yeah,
even
they're
coming.
quiet, dude.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
like, don't make noise when they soar
And-
down and get you.
And they could see what is it?
Perfectly.
Yeah, all
360,
around 360 vision.
Turn their head.
Yeah.
Dude, there's this one owl. It's actually the one that like the talent is based off of. but it can change. That one can change its like face to look more like intimidating to predators and stuff.
Yeah.
I watched this
Yeah.
video; it was crazy.
By the
Owls
way,
are kind of nuts.
yeah, just us saying that, even though I knew this fact, and this is why I love this whole storyline, that the owls have 360 vision so they could see all around. So that's kind of part of their whole gimmick, where they're surveilling Gotham. Like, they know they have all these little secret corners. They could see you everywhere
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the
And
walls.
they watch you masturbate in Gotham.
Yeah.
for sure.
For sure.
That's in the backup
I also
story.
like it. I also like it because it introduces like a whole new villain. You know, like it's a
Yes.
fresh new villain for Batman to take on.
And
It's
one-
actually, in a way, the greatest villain of all. It's just the 1%. You know,
exactly.
it's the rich.
It's a fresh villain. It's not. They're a like. It's very believable. Like, I don't know. It works. It's not like a forced Batman character or a
No.
rehash of something that's been done before.
Right. It's hard to add to canon, and this does it in all the best ways. Like, it
Exactly.
adds to Gotham's history. It adds to Bruce Wayne's history. It adds to
Yes.
Batman's
I
history.
mean, the
it
way
adds
it
to
ties in
Nightwing's
Jarvis,
history.
Pennyworth, and
Yeah, Alfred's
Yeah.
history. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jarvis, Pennyworth. A lot of Jarvises in the comic universe.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Jarvis.
that's because comics are big fans of indentured servants. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
Damn. The Pennyworths are more than that.
Yeah, it's true.
Something I
Definitely.
actually really love about Snyder and Capullo's new 52 Batman run is that Alfred is a huge part of it. And he's so important. He's always so important to Batman, but I really feel like they always focus, even in these issues, you get Alfred being there so supportively and not just like a guy on the sides. Like, he's all up in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also why I like Batman Earth 1. Alfred is more of like a fleshed out character than just like, hello, I'm your servant, Master Wayne.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, Batman Earth 1, he like shotguns Penguin to death.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it's
that's a
just
great one. That's it.
Yeah,
We should do that sometime.
We should do
Yeah,
Batman
yeah.
Earth. They're
Next
all
Bat
good.
March.
I've read all of them. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're great. Yeah,
No, I
Alfred's
fucking
cool.
love
Alfred's always
Alfred.
that dude. He's got that dog in him.
Alfred's loyal to the bone.
To the
Loyal.
bone.
Yeah.
Not just bad to the bone, but loyal to the bone.
Also, like I love the conflict this shows in Bruce and Dick's relationship. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh, man, he punches him out in this one.
Yeah, that's such an insane way to be.
Yep.
He's like, hey, you need to see this feeling, so he knocks it out of him.
I mean, how else are you gonna get a tooth out? You can't just be like, "Hey, just sit tight. I'm gonna
You could
pull it out."
literally just take pictures of it and show it to him. He didn't have to.
Knock it
Yeah, but
out.
that's not as cool.
Yeah,
He probably just wanted to punch him. He's like, "Fuck it, I get a free punch in on Dick. Cool."
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's cool. See, like, so we learned that Dick Grayson was originally supposed to be this Talon. Like, he was supposed to be raised by these people,
Yeah.
which is fucked. Like, okay, so I think originally, this would be my theory. It just makes sense that, like, so at the beginning of the comic, right, they're on this undercover mission. Like, Batman's in Arkham Asylum, and Joker's helping him. But we find out a little bit later that's actually Dick Grayson in this really cool mask that like makes him look like whoever he wants. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's like maybe supposed to start getting you to think, like, as you read it, that Nightwing might truly be the Talon or actually helping the Owls. Like, you know, he has the mask on. He's like a bad guy, but like, I feel like maybe he was supposed, like, that would have been cool, but maybe way too much if you like turn Nightwing heel, let's say, for
Yeah.
real, you
No,
know? Like, I
don't think
wouldn't have liked
Nightwing's a
that.
heel.
I feel like Nightwing is not a dude to turn heel, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got pretty strong resolve, almost more so than like he is critical of Batman's methods. There's no
Yeah.
way I'd ever see Nightwing
True.
turning.
And
Near the
you
town,
see
you know?
this
Right.
literally in this comic at the end when Bruce is apologizing to him. He's like, dude, it wasn't me who saved you. You were saving me all along.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Again, that March, we didn't plan this, but a lot of the stories have the element of Bruce and Dick's
Right.
relationship or Bruce and a Robin's relationship. Uh,
Robbins.
But I love how this story does it. Like, it's not the main focus, right? Like
No.
Court of Owls. So Court of Owls, it's the start of the New 52. But it's not like origin story. Like we're jumping
No.
right into Batman's
this is-
No,
career.
yeah, Batman
Established
exists.
Batman.
He's been
He's
exactly.
been exists.
Yeah.
This is kind of Batman in the same way we talked about in our Red Hood episode.
Yeah,
True.
he's
This
almost
is like he's in his
prime.
prime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or like almost there. Like
yeah,
he's fucked some shit up already and saved lives.
right.
Yeah.
He has
Got
a lot of
gizmos.
tech in this Batman.
Exactly.
He's also a lot of tech. He's also like his detective work is top notch.
Superb, yeah.
He's, you know what I mean? Like at one point in time, he's like, I think Gotham City is Batman. You know,
Yeah.
at the beginning, which
Right.
is like a sign of hubris. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, no.
And you also get a lot of, even in the whole run, of his Bruce Wayne. Like, I really, in this run, I see Batman as Bruce Wayne. I could see that he's just Bruce Wayne. Like, Scott Snyder's writing does a good job of that, where in other runs, it's like, nah, he just feels like Batman. But in this one, you get the best of both worlds, I would say.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And this is another story where things, while there's an ending to this arc, things are ambiguous, and that's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's by no means the end of what's going on. Like,
No.
okay, well, that's
Yeah.
City of Owls. Maybe let's get to that, because there's a big, I know exactly what you're referring to.
Cody, do you want to give or Anthony, whoever picked,
synopsis?
you want to give a synopsis for the court?
I'll do it.
Anthony,
I don't
I believe in you,
usually get
buddy.
to do too many synopses.
Exactly.
Synopses. We need the
Synopsisize, my dude.
Okay, here we go. So hear me preach.
Entering the synopsisizer.
So like I was saying, this is a new Batman run. First of all, highly recommend picking this up if you've read no Batman comics or plenty of Batman comics. It's easy to jump into. You get, like we're saying, it's kind of established that Batman's been doing this a little while, so it's by no means the beginning of his career. And the focus is like thematically talking about Gotham City and what it means to everyone. And he's explaining like some people see the villains as what makes Gotham Gotham, but he's like, no, it's Batman, it's me. Not in like such a self-aggrandizing way, but in a way that's like he sees it as his city. Even in Zero Year, that's a big part of it. Where it's like, whose city is this? It's ours. I need to protect it. So in this one, you begin to find out that there's this like mysterious 1%er group.
It's like the
that's been-
Illuminati, honestly.
Yeah, no,
It's
exactly.
literally Gotham's-
It is.
It's
Gotham's
Gotham's like
Which,
Illuminati.
if they hint that their reach extends far beyond this, and this is just one corner of the
Yeah,
Court
exactly.
of Owls.
This is like some Bohemian Grove type shit.
Yeah,
Right.
No, for sure. I mean, yeah, exactly.
And they're trying to take out Gotham's most prominent people on top of that. And that includes Bruce Wayne. So he gets into it with a Talon and he begins to find out like the Talon like gets him through a window.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Also, a specially built window that he had to like hit at a certain angle and velocity
Dude,
just to break.
Talon fucks him up a fair amount in the book.
he does.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Bruce
Like,
gets his ass
he
kicked.
gets it. Yeah, like Batman gets his ass
especially
kicked.
in court more so than in both, but court he almost
Oh,
dies hard.
Yeah, when he finds their labyrinth, oh my god, that's
Yeah.
brutal.
It's also
Brutal.
terrifying, like the
Yeah,
way
it is
Greg
scary.
Capullo's art. This is almost a horror story, like the way Batman as he's going crazy starts to like turn into an owl himself and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird.
Yeah,
And
and,
then
just like
even-
the way Greg sets up the panels, it's
Yes.
gorgeous.
Like this was obviously before this, but how we were talking about in the Moon Knight, Lemire and Smallwood's Moon Knight, where you have to like turn the page and like
Yeah.
read it a different way, but it adds to the madness because it's like you're flipping it, everything's turned upside down. Like it's so straightforward, but like they do it so well. It's like all white. Like he has no idea where he is. Like he's underground, but he's lost.
yeah.
And getting his ass beat and not being able to eat. And when he finds water, it's laced with something that's making him
Yeah.
go even crazier, you know?
Strip balls, yeah.
His
Yeah.
eyes
Dude,
are
I also
bloodshot.
love like the shots of like the court when they're wearing the owl mask are so creepy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all these people in like suits or dresses and like kids. And it's just
this
like
is
it's
a
cool.
superhero story for sure, but it's definitely like, as far as Batman comics I've read, one of the most psychedelic and horrifying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Court of
Yeah, I
Owls
agree.
is so trippy. Like
Yeah.
you really like I love like Batman we know, oh, with enough prep time and blah blah blah, he's like the best superhero. But in this one, And in
He
this
has
whole run,
0.
yeah, and he has 0, but you also just get him grinded down. Like as good as he is, he still gets grinded down, and it's cool to see him struggle because he always has those moments where he's like, I was actually just waiting for you to slip at that moment, and then here's how I'm taking you down, and he does.
Yeah.
But you still really, it feels so satisfying. I don't know, like you're getting a good story and Batman getting his ass kicked.
Well, he gets pushed to the brink. Alfred almost dies. I mean, it's a mad.
Also, like throughout the Batman comics, there's like Batman's been dosed with all kinds of drugs.
Yeah.
His mind has gone to like the darkest reaches, and he can always bounce back eventually.
Yeah.
Which I feel like makes him stronger for the next time he gets dosed with something.
Yeah.
He's like, this is nothing. I've been there.
I'm taking ayahuasca while I was
exactly.
on meth.
Yeah. While I was on meth.
You got to try every combo if you got to
That
be
sounds
ready.
like hell on earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tried ayahuasca while I was on meth.
Oh, that sounds like the most horrifying.
Oh.
That's the kind of shit the U.S. does to political prisoners. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Seriously. Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Did I just become a Batman villain?
Pretty
Ooh,
much.
yeah. But yeah,
How would you mix the
dude, Talon, especially I like that he changes. So I know off of this, there came a Talon comic, spin-off comic.
Yeah, James
Off of
Tynion
this
actually
run.
wrote that one.
Yeah.
I never read it. Was it good?
I haven't
didn't
read
read
it,
it
but I
either.
recently bought it because we were talking about this.
Okay.
But I've heard good things. I mean, James Tynion never misses, so if I have
True.
a feeling it's really good.
The dude puts out bangers.
I just don't know. Like, is it the first Talon we fight, the one that's frozen in the
No.
Batcave, or is
So,
it Lincoln March?
It's
that-
neither actually. It's
Oh.
I think it's a female Talon actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
And she finds out that like she's like a renegade Talon basically, as far as I know. It's like she's trying to
Rebel Talon.
like she's kind of a hero, I guess. She's not like an evil.
She's like, for a brief period of time, almost a part of the Bat family, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What? Hell no,
the New
not my
52.
Bat family.
No, I agree with you, but I just think like James Tynion did in his spin-off run, Talon interacted with the Bat family
Yeah.
while like kind of like reckoning with her own past and one of those kinds of stories. That's what I
Ha-
got. But I don't know for sure because I haven't read it.
Have
But
you
I've heard
guys
good
ever
things.
watched the animated Batman vs. Robin?
I think I've seen
No.
that one. What
It's-
is the plot?
It's pretty much the Court of Owls, but Damian Wayne is in this. He's Robin,
Oh.
and Talon tries to like recruit him to the Court
Oh.
of Owls.
Huh.
It's sick. It's
Interesting.
literally the Court of Owls story, just like kind of altered with Damien and other shit.
I didn't know they did that.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, no, it's they go into the origin, they do the whole rhyme and everything.
I love how at the beginning you get the shot and they're not it's all the Robins, but they're all in suits because it's like a Bruce Wayne party, and you get to see Dick Grayson,
Yeah, and Batman had
Damien,
just
Tim
put that
Drake.
Those like contacts in or whatever.
Oh, he
that
got like
had-
Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Scott Snyder predicting technology ahead of its time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Dude, so wait, time out. What is this? I keep seeing these memes and these pictures. What is it they're wearing? Like, and they're like, is it that like you have the iPhone screen like on your visor but you're still looking at the real shit?
It's AR, so like you would put it on now. You're looking wherever you are in your room, and you get like a pop up in front of you, so it looks like almost like Tony Stark-esque, but like let's not give it too much credit. Like it's just
Yeah.
whatever screens you would see on your laptop, let's say, or on your phone. It has the Apple layout,
Yeah.
and you can move it around, make it as big as you want. You can watch videos. Like I haven't been sold on it, like, but if it gets to the point where you could put it as contacts or something like
Ugh.
smaller, yes, then everyone's going to have one because it's literally a phone on your face, and that's all they want. They want your attention, never
of the
turn away.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
God,
I
what the
don't see
hell
any
is-
practical use. It's so much money. It's almost $4,000.
What?
Yeah.
I
And
see a
it's
lot
just-
of videos of people walking around with them for them just to be $4,000.
Well, you can.
Yep.
I think like through Apple and stuff, you can do it on payment plans like you would an
Yeah,
expensive
sure.
iPhone. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But if you're
But,
doing
like,
that
it's
for
also
this,
like
damn.
it's also like a lot, I think it's like also I think like the main buyers that I've seen using it are like tech or just influencers.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
for sure.
That's why
Definitely
you're seeing it.
influencer heavy. Yeah.
Because it's really they didn't really make it for like mass production because people can't afford that shit.
And it's not at the stage yet where it's like really even practical.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
there really isn't a
It looks like
practical
Charles
purpose.
Xavier's helmet in like X Powers.
That would be cool though. I'd wear it if that's exactly what it
Gentlemen,
looked
I would
like.
wear that.
Gentlemen, guess what?
What?
I think we just unlocked a new job where we're tech geniuses. Listen to us.
Shit.
We can add tech advice to
Yeah.
our
Tech
resume.
advice.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
need tech advice, come to Jake first.
I
Yeah,
just
exactly.
I feel like the
I have the
conversation.
best tech advice.
Yeah, I feel like the conversation we just had, like an achievement unlocked, just popped up
Yeah.
above us.
Yeah, that's true. That was the most techie our podcast has ever gotten.
That qualifies us to get free Apple Vision Pro headsets for the three of us.
Oh,
Yes,
that would be
exactly.
sick.
And
Only if they're free.
and I think that's like
Yeah.
fair that we're doing it because like that is exactly what Bruce Wayne essentially, you know what I mean? Like his is way more sophisticated, obviously.
Yeah.
Like his is like identifying people as he's looking at them and stuff. Like you see in the Batman with the scene with Catwoman.
Yes,
True, you're
right.
right,
It's
you're
exactly
right.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
The Court of Owls has to happen in the Batman. It has to. Like it just is perfect for it.
I feel like
like-
they've hinted at it.
Yeah, right. Like because the Batman movie is all about Bruce's past and his family being shady and what's going on with that. Like,
yeah, and what the city really, a lot of it is what really is Gotham. You know what
yes.
I mean?
So I could totally see them popping up. I really like as a villain too. Like imagine the labyrinth scene in live action. Come on, with Robert Pattinson.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
Come on.
yeah, for
That'd be
sure.
cool.
And
But I
I
do want
think-
to see like some real OG Batman villains in there that need
For
to be
sure.
done justice. You know, like Freeze.
Yeah.
I want to see a Freeze and a Clayface.
100%
Yeah, but
agree.
I agree, but I think I would rather see those characters in The Brave and the Bold and save something like the Court of Owls for something a little more realistic.
Because it is more
Um,
grounded. Yeah. The craziest thing about them is that they're kind of the Talons are
it-
zombies.
Yeah, and
Pretty
the freeze
much.
tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ooh, see, you could get
You
Mr.
could
Freeze in
mix the
there in
two,
that way.
Yeah.
Interesting. But like just the fact that like they are this like kind of normal group and the fact that they do mesh well as like as we're saying like a lot of times you can make a new villain and it's just like whatever forgettable but they instantly they work they fit so well into the world of Gotham and Batman like
Yeah,
even
and
if
it
I
makes
want to see old
sense.
school villains I still would
Yeah.
love to see them.
Yeah, of newer villains that you may see, these are one of the best, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
I just
sure.
think I just truly believe Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's run is a modern classic.
Hands down.
Yeah. They're a really good Batman team. Like,
Yeah, the art,
yeah.
the way we were talking about how it incorporates horror, but not all of it. Like that's the first half. The second half is way less horror and way more action packed, and it works. Their teamwork works just as well in that situation too.
Yeah. So how about you give us a little synopsis? Okay, so Batman escapes the labyrinth,
Yes.
right? That basically ends that first arc.
Yeah, he survives the labyrinth.
Cody,
And-
do the synopsis.
And so when that Talon gets killed by Bruce, the Court of Owls decides to or he doesn't even get killed, he just gets his ass beat so bad that
Disgrace,
they don't
basically.
yeah, they don't want to bring him back to life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so the Court of Owls just they awaken all of their talons, which is
Yeah.
crazy to think about because like the first one did so much work just as an individual.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what I
like a
mean?
Terminator.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of like an unstoppable, cold-blooded killing machine.
Yeah. But that being said, I do find the Talons, I mean, I guess they're supposed to because Batman, but when they're fighting him and as a group, they can be kind of obnoxious. They're just like, we're coming for you, Batman.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think that's also a very deliberate. Like Batman has a certain amount of camp to him at all times.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel like that might be as campy as Scott Snyder or Greg Capullo will get, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they definitely do once they're
Yeah,
all
but they are
awakened.
like, we're coming for you.
Yeah, the
Like
door
actual
won't
Batman.
hold forever. But I do love the scene when he opens up and he's like, "Get the hell out of my house!" In the
Yeah.
in like the Bat mech suit almost.
Yeah.
It's like if Batman had Hulkbuster armor.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's a cool fight because he's like, Alfred, you got to make the Batcave as cold as possible, and that's what's going to stop the serum inside of the Talons to slow them down. And
freeze them.
Alfred's like, wouldn't that kill you too? He's like, motherfucker, just do it. Like, I'm going to take care of shit.
I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's cool. It's cool. I like the way because, like, I mean, I do think the world not knowing, like, you don't want too many people to know that Bruce is Batman.
Right.
Yeah, but it
And
makes
I
sense
think-
that the court would know.
Well,
Yeah.
they didn't until the Night of the Owls.
Right. Lincoln
because-
March finds out, right?
Yes. Yeah. But, well, they find out because Lincoln March is the one that figures it out during the attack.
Right.
The first attack, when the Talon attacks Lincoln and Bruce in Wayne Tower, which you found out the Talon betrayed Lincoln.
Right.
Because Lincoln March is a new character for this series, and you find out it's a fake name, and that supposedly there's a big
Dick
twist.
Grayson's, like,
No, Lincoln March is Thomas Wayne Jr.
or Thomas Wayne.
He's Bruce Wayne's brother,
the
apparently.
mayor. Okay,
But wait,
Yeah.
but because we forgot to say it, the Talon, the original Talon that Bruce
like Dick
fights,
Grayson's great grandfather.
exactly. So that's a
Yeah.
cool twist too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah. A lot of it is just there's a lot of exciting twists and like fresh twists. I feel
Yeah.
like with so many great twists in the Batman canon and throughout over the years, like in both Dark Victory and uh Long Halloween and Hush, and you know what I mean? It's hard to come up with fresh, and Thomas Wayne Jr. and the first Talon being Dick Grayson's grandpa are great fresh twist for the Batman.
Yeah.
lore.
It's funny you mentioned those because I really felt like Lincoln March reminded me a little bit of Harvey Dent plus a little bit of Hush.
Yeah, somewhere
Right?
between the two. Yeah.
But in a cool like so do you think he's actually his brother or it was just the Court of Owls fucking
well,
with
that's 'cause
everybody?
that's the twist because like according to everything, it hints that it could be the brother, but like in all hospital
Yeah, they never
records,
say exactly. It is.
Yeah,
Right.
They hint that it could be like this.
but in all
bastard brother.
hospital records, his brother's dead. You know what I mean? Like in
But which
Right.
Thomas Wayne would have the power and influence to do
to cover it
Yeah,
up.
Yeah, to cover it up. Yeah.
Oh.
Shit,
No,
yeah,
Never know
dude.
what's going on in
Okay, so
Gotham.
what do you
The
guys
Wayne
think?
lore goes deep.
What do you think? Do you think Thomas Wayne was like covered it up on purpose? Do you think it's just
Well-
a madman that the Court of Owls? Because like the car accident that becomes a subject of the City of Owls arc of this 2-arc run.
It did
you
happen.
You find out that factually did happen, and that was orchestrated by the Court of Owls. But you don't. It never answers.
Right.
Is Lincoln March truly Thomas Wayne? You find out that the accident happens at the corners of Lincoln and March.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's yeah.
So
I
what do
don't-
you guys think?
I don't think it is. I think the Court of Owls are just like the best kind of like going back to the labyrinth
Manipulators?
again. Yeah, they're just psychological villains, which are the best kind of Batman villains. It just makes sense. Like you go after Batman's brain. That's how you
Yeah.
break him down. Because no matter how much you fucking beat him up, he comes back somehow. And I really think that's what they're master manipulators. So if they could get you to believe you have a half brother still alive, and that you get this random or like that's the thing with the Talons, they just took random orphans. Right, it's the dark mirror to Bruce Wayne helping orphans. You know, they're just
Yeah.
exploiting orphans, which
Yeah.
we might be able to do on the podcast if it's going to help us get more listeners.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Start
We should have been exploiting orphans a long
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
ago.
We're gonna have our
I
own
mean,
Talons.
Oh
do you
shit!
Ooh, yeah.
Whose orphan do you think would win out of the three of us?
Ooh,
if we each
Like
picked
if
an
we each
orphan, like
picked an orphan, trained him, and then had him like we put it Royal Rumble style. We put all our orphans. into a ring.
I love how we're doing child fights now. Look at us.
When they're
Oh,
adults,
I said
they'll fight.
orphans. I never
Yeah.
said child.
Yeah, we're not.
they
They're
can
not
be like
children.
18, and still be an orphan. You know?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
But
wow.
I find that if you start from children, you can train them better.
Yeah, you have to start training as a child. Otherwise, that orphan's out first.
I mean, dude, I mean, you're not wrong. Look at fucking Dick Grayson. It's the reason why he's first Robin, grows up to be Nightwing. He's even worn the bat mantle. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he kind of
Also,
is
I
the
think
best.
of
Facts.
all of the people that have worn the Batmantle that isn't Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson's the most deserving.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Like, and
100%.
if they should ever actually pass down the mantle, like he should
go to
just
Dick
get it.
Grayson.
Yeah.
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 I'd be very mad if he didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For certain.
Schrodinger's gun. That's so great.
So what do you so do you got okay, orphans? I mean,
I said, whose
my-
orphan would win?
so my son, my actual son.
Yeah, but he's not an orphan because you're still in his life, so he doesn't count. You can't use him.
So
You have to like
but
pick
what
a
I'm saying,
kid.
but what I'm saying is here's this.
Okay.
The son that whose life I was in, so you can infer that an orphan would have a similar impact if I was a father figure in their life.
Okay. Okay.
My son, first year doing wrestling, went to States.
Ooh,
Nice. There you
that's
go.
true. And Cody
Yeah.
does have giant ancestry in him. 7 foot tall.
Giant
individual.
ancestry.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to Cody's orphan. I don't know.
Anthony, what about your orphan? You're not even going to defend your orphan?
Nah, my orphan's not making it in a fight. I'm gonna train them for the psychological torture.
That's
but,
yeah.
you
I
know.
think your orphan would be more of like a mental
Yeah.
adversary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your orphan wouldn't be a Talon. Your orphan would be on the court itself.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They,
Orphan, your orphan's wearing the owl mask, like that the court wears.
yep.
Yes.
So that's what you
Yeah.
got to watch out for. Fist fight, nah, you'll knock him
Also,
out.
I don't.
quick.
I mean, did you guys notice that like all of the court members at different times? Not every time you see their hands, but there are times when you like even outside when he's in that rich woman's house, Powers or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a point when she's like trying to get the elevator to work, and she has talents instead
Yeah.
of fingers.
I don't
And
know
at
if they
that
ever
point-
explained that, or if that's
Well,
just
Was
I
it
think
supposed to be
it's
like a
just-
trippy thing? Like
I think it's just more of like a symbolism.
yeah,
you know
or
what I mean? Like,
exaggeration.
yeah, like Greg Capullo using the artistic, like adding nuance to it. You know what I mean? Not, I don't necessarily like, because at that point, Batman's off of drugs. He's,
Yeah,
you know, what
the
I
meth and
mean?
ayahuasca had worn off by that point.
Yeah,
maybe he could see who was in the court and who wasn't.
exactly. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like, or even just like signaling to us, like this person, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, even like all of the court members, like when he demasks the dead people and stuff like that, they're all very angular faced. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they almost like a beak. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think Greg did that art. That was like clearly a purposeful choice.
And then even going back to that, when they're in the labyrinth and he finds all the old pictures of the victims, and they always look so distraught because
Yeah.
they've been tortured, and it's a lot of Waynes in the past.
Yeah,
Like
there's
especially one
Waynes,
Wayne
there's
who
Jarvis
fell in the sewer.
Pennyworth.
Yeah. Jarvis Pennyworth. Yep. So that's the backup story. That's the cool thing about this run too. You get a lot of backup stories with Jarvis. That's one of
Yeah.
them.
Dude,
Yeah,
we
one
need a
backup
Chronic
story with Jarvis
backup
and
story.
one
Ooh,
backup
Chronic
story with yeah, Chronic Jarvis will be our backup story for the Double Dip Boys or whatever we
Double Dip Boys.
I have double dipped as well.
Sounds
That's
kinda
how
weird.
Son of Chronic Jarvis came to be.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Son
of Chronic Jarvis.
The court of Jarvises.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The Court of Jarvis. Ooh. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, well, it's cool because they like when you start that Alfred backup story, like or the Jarvis backup story rather, you almost are like, is Jarvis a bad guy? You know what I mean? Like, is there
Yeah.
some shadiness? But then as the story unfolds, he just like made the wrong choices trying to protect the Waynes. It's not,
Yeah.
you know.
It's fucking protecting the Waynes, those rich bastards.
But everything's
Yeah.
told in a letter to his son Alfred.
That
While
Alfred
he's like,
doesn't get.
yeah. And he's kind of okay with that. He's like, Bruce, whatever, like at the end of the story, he's like, whatever you did more than makes up for that, no matter what.
Yeah,
Like,
he's like, I don't really need to know if the court killed my dad or not.
It's
He's
like, I
"My
don't give
dad-"
a shit. No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he even
Alfred's
says
just a hard man.
yeah, man. He stands on business.
Exactly.
But he's hard, but he's also like definitely Bruce's heart. Like if he's not there to like be like,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
what's
if
going
he
on? Be a
wasn't-
person.
No,
He's also like Alfred also plays like Bruce's Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
He is. He's always like
he's
his
conscious.
I feel like if Alfred wasn't there, Batman has more potential to go like mad and insane.
oh,
And
for
Alfred's there
sure.
to like check
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, Alfred's sitting there. When you wish upon a
Yeah.
star.
I want to hear Michael Caine sing that.
That's so funny. But yeah,
Fucking
Court of
Batman's
Owls-
when Batman stories are like good, they're like often really good. Like I feel like a lot of the Batman we talk about, whether it's Batmarch or otherwise, the stories aren't just necessarily good Batman stories. They're like top tier superhero comics.
Yeah,
Agreed.
some of the best. Like, I mean,
I feel like
this-
Batman alone has some of the top tier stories in comics. Period.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Batman, as far as like consistency and quality and popularity and stuff like that, Batman is DC's X-Men.
He's got that dog.
You know what I mean? I feel like those are the only two that have quite so many tales about them that are so important to
Iconic.
the pantheon of comics and the characters.
Speaking of X-Men, so as Krakoa's winding down,
Uh-oh.
we're gonna get new series coming after that. The new Wolverine series. They haven't said who's writing it yet, but Greg Capullo is doing art,
Ooh, that
so
would
I'm
be
checking
sick.
that out.
I
Yeah.
like Greg Capullo. Dude,
That's
Greg
cool.
Capullo.
And that's Marvel. I haven't really seen him do anything at Marvel. You know.
Yeah, and I think just like the grittiness and the harshness. Dude, this is a brutal. I mean, this is like
Brutal.
for a Batman tale. This is bloody as fuck.
Yeah. No, it is. He gets his ass beat. And again, throughout the entire run, you see Batman get beat. This is by far, listen, this is a great run, but he starts off prime level. Like they have absolute edition of Court of Owls, which is literally just like only the first 6 or 7 issues, like not even City. Like the first Court of Owls, like little arc, 6 issues or whatever, it's just golden. Like I put that in. Like City of Owls is still good, but if I'm counting like that as kind of like a follow up to it, because you could read both as 2 different stories. Man, Court of Owls is just so good. Like
So
everyone
good.
was shitting on the new 52 when it came out. Not this, I hope not this when it came out,
I
but
know
like
most people I knew.
No, most people
this
were
was
on board for
untouchable,
this.
Yeah.
yeah.
This one, I think, like
It's
as
like
far
this
as like
and Wonder Woman.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. As
Those
far
were
as
the
like what
top.
people were like, the new 52 Defenders pointed it to those 2 comics as the saving grace of
Yeah.
new 52.
Yeah. Snyder doesn't write it, but there's a Batman and Robin run in New 52. It's Bruce and Damian. So if you want that, like
Who
you
writes
kind of get that.
I read some of that.
It's Tomasi and Gleason. Yeah.
Yeah, I
They're a
read a
team.
bunch
They're a
of
team
that.
like that too.
That shit was good, honestly. I liked it.
Yeah. They also do a Superman run where you get Superman and his son Jonathan in a similar vein. They're a
Nice.
good creative team too.
Yeah. I did read the Tomasi Robin Batman run.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. That's a good one too. Like Damien like shoots someone at the beginning of that. Like it's like not just like
Damn.
oh it's Batman. Yeah, like dark stuff happens in that one
Dude,
too.
I do. You bringing that up makes me. I love during the fight once the Night of Owls has started.
Mhm.
I love when Batman's like, "No, Alfred, I get to actually go all out on these guys because they're undead zombies."
Oh
so,
yeah.
So Batman gets to straight up murder these
Murder.
motherfuckers.
He's
Yeah.
like, no, I
Yeah.
can totally bend my rules tonight.
Yeah. Doesn't
Yeah.
Alfred shoot one of them? Like he kills one of them too? No.
Oh
Yeah,
no, he
they
pushes the
fuck 'em up.
giant penny on top of him.
Oh yeah. Yes. We get that and the dinosaur stomping on one of them.
Yeah.
a bunch of them. I love that
Yeah.
that's included. Like those are always in the Batcave, but like you don't know
Yeah.
what's going on with them.
Yeah, no, like nobody knows to this day really what exactly is the deal with the giant dinosaur and the penny, but
The penny is definitely, I think, a Two-Face kind of thing, isn't it?
It's actually
like-
not. It
not.
seems it
Really?
would seem like it makes perfect sense, but no, it's like before that. I think in Zero
Uh.
Year they explained that it comes from like his uncle or something.
yeah, it was like a statue that was made.
Yeah, like Scott Snyder again, going back to like he includes the Batcave in his run in a cool way. All the Bat Tech, Gotham, like he just if there's only one Batman run you've ever read or pick this, honestly. Like I think you get everything in this run.
Yeah, I would say that like maybe not the whole run, but this run for the most part like stands up to the iconic stories you have like Long Halloween and Dark Victory.
Yes.
I think there are definitely weaker moments, but it's a much longer run than the ones I'm mentioning too.
Yeah. And it had an impactful legacy. I mean, Scott Snyder is one of the biggest writers at DC. Eventually, he's done writing Batman, but then you get, and New 52's over, but then you get Metal, which was a really cool event.
I never
You
read
get-
that.
That's
never
really
read it,
cool.
too.
He had some people like him, some people absolutely hate his guts. The Batman Who Laughs. There's that character.
Yeah, I think I've heard of him and I kind of hate him. Just like based on what I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't like the picture. I don't like what he looks like.
Yeah, it's
just-
very divisive. And then
Yeah.
Jake, I don't know if you've read this, The Last Night on Earth. Have you read that one?
I've heard of that one too.
So it's like
Is it like post-apocalyptic and he's
Yes.
walking with Joker's head?
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
I
it's like
did
the
read that.
end of Snyder and Capullo's run,
That
if
was
you
cool,
imagine in the
honestly.
future. Yeah.
I liked that book. That was good, actually.
Yeah.
I
So
really
he-
like White Knight by Sean Murphy.
Sean
Oh, yeah,
Kingston?
Sean Murphy. I was thinking Sean
Oh.
William Scott. for
Sean
some reason.
Kingston, yes. No, like,
Sean
no, dude, like
Kingston.
Sean
Your way
Murphy's
to
White Knight run and his take on
beautiful
Batman. We should do
Batman.
that totally.
I'd be
Maybe
down for that. I have the first volume.
I've read
I
all
don't
of them
have
so
it, but
far.
I
They're
can
really
get
cool.
it at some point.
Yeah, there's
Really
White Knight.
changing-
What's the second one?
Well, there's White Knight,
Curse
White
of the
1 and
White Knight.
2. There's Harley Quinn's spin-off White Knight.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's like a
Batman
string of them.
Beyond.
Yeah, that one was sick. It's
Nice.
so cool.
Yeah, like you're saying,
Oh,
there's
it's called
always
Beyond the
good
White
Batman
Knight, yeah.
comics.
Yeah, Batman he has a solid, stellar
I
discography.
mean, I think
you know?
DC understands the legacy. I don't think anyone that is willing to write. I mean, not saying that there haven't been bad runs because there absolutely have, but I'm not saying that like anyone who wants to write Batman is going into it with like usually people you have to aim high to get Batman.
Yeah, they're not just going to put
Facts.
anyone on Batman.
Yeah, they don't put
Yeah.
any jackass there.
Like, we get top tier guests on Comics and Chronic. We talked recently to the current writer of Batman, Chip Zdarsky, so you could check that episode out.
Z.
But he was
Yeah.
saying part of his run is like influenced by Scott Snyder's run. Like,
Yeah.
because why wouldn't it be? Like, Scott Snyder's run is so definitive, For modern Batman, like obviously Batman's been around for a long ass time, but
Yeah, I agree. For modern
is-
Batman, he's very
that's why this is a good jumping on point, I think, because you start in 2011 and you could go barrel forward.
And
if
I
you
feel like
wanna go back,
comics
go for it.
were, like we're around 2011. We're like reaching the end of the era when comics were just like being edgy to be edgy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I just think that this is just like in a time when like people were like I remember there were like the comics people that were coming out that people were excited about, the most excited about at this time. This was when like Image was really going hard, like Saga's coming out at this time, and you're getting it's a few years before you get things like Sex Criminals, and Image is just like having this renaissance. And people, I just remember like people complaining a lot about the New 52, but this one, there are very few modern comic runs that I think will hold up to this run.
Agreed.
Especially
Like,
these first two volumes.
yeah, reading it a decade later, it feels fresh as fuck.
Yeah.
A
I
decade
also liked
later.
reading it after Zero Year too, because I never read Zero Year until we read it,
Oh, nice.
and so rereading this, I was like, and I kind of want to read Zero Year again now, honestly.
It continues a little bit after this. Right after this, I think you get Death of the Family, where Joker has his like face carved off. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
I never read that, but I always like saw that picture.
Dude, pick up the
Yes.
omnibussy. Just get the
Really?
omnibussy.
I should honestly.
I highly
It's
recommend
what,
it.
two omnibuses? or
Two
is it
omnibuses.
three?
Two
yeah.
omnibuses?
Double dip on the omnibuses is what we're saying
Oh.
here.
Dude, that's omnibussing.
Hey.
Yo.
That wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that, but
well,
guys, I
have
think
we
we're at
reached the
next
nexus?
season.
I think so. This is one of those where it's just like no brainer 6.
I'm gonna
6.
agree. It's a no-brainer 6.
No brainer 6.
When it comes to Batman, I feel like
We cover a lot
Very-
of 6s.
we cover a lot of 6. Well, it just goes to what I said. Like he puts out 6.
He's a devilish dude.
Oh,
He is a devilish
there he
dude.
is.
Yeah.
Do you double dip, Satan?
I'm tempted double dipping, Jake.
You dirty dog. I should have known. Scoundrel.
You know me. There should be a Batman villain called the Double Dipper. He just breaks at their fingers whenever they try to double dip, but they always come back for more. He like goes to Bruce Wayne's parties. Bruce Wayne doesn't know. Bruce Wayne can't attack him because he's in Bruce Wayne mode. He's double dipping. He's like, fuck.
Satan, you've had better ideas.
You're going to hell for that one. You're supposed to like all my ideas. I'm Satan. Hell, Satan.
I agree with you most of the time, but I just think we could, if we wanted a double dipper villain, we could come up with something better than that
You're
just
right. You're
breaks
right.
people's fingers at parties.
You know what? I need to go home. Cody hurt my feelings.
Oh, sorry, Satan.
Oh, I ran off the devil.
Oh, thank God! I think you're starting to find a way to defeat Satan. You could hurt his
Is
feelings
the-
pretty easily.
Is the
Cody.
veil thickening?
Thickening.
Wouldn't it be thinning?
Well, it was, but I'm saying if we're pushing
Oh.
back,
His veil of sadness
Oh,
is
right,
thickening.
right.
I would say.
I
I could feel it. I like it though. I want you to take Satan down a peg.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Speaking of pegging,
Hey,
Hey,
you guys, go check out.
we got Bat March coming
Bat
up. More
March.
Bat March for you. We're doing All Star Batman and Robin. I don't know what this
Yeah,
has to
dude.
do with pegging.
I don't know. what this
I
is.
mean, I am glad that we're tackling a historically bad Batman narrative.
Yeah.
for this
yeah.
Bad March.
I agree. Again.
I'm
I
excited for it.
Yeah, I'm down
I'm
for
about
more
to-
bad
I'm about
comics.
to get to reading probably when I get off of here.
We also got Under the Red Hood, the animated movie. We got Gotham
Yeah.
by Gaslight as a Patreon exclusive, so you got to give us money. You got to join our court for that
Yeah, you
one.
got to get behind the paywall.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
and-
paywall.
And then for those paywall peeps, we also got Batman Season 1, Episode 35 of the animated series. Almost got him. We're going to do that live. We're going to chill with whoever's part of the Patreon and can make it. We'll give
Oh,
you
yeah,
a date for that.
Leave us a message. Let us know that what a good time. If you're in the Patreon, when should we do the live in Bat March?
Ooh, yeah, hit us up. Let us know.
Oh,
Patrons
yeah.
only. Everyone else, you don't have any decision. And free
Yeah.
patrons. I don't know what's going on there. We got a few free patrons who signed up, which is cool, I guess. But who's that?
That means
helping?
like people
You don't
are-
have $5, you cheap fucks.
Yeah, well, you don't
we
get
give you
anything
our
for free.
blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay.
Why is there even a free?
I don't know. Can I delete the
Patreon.
free option? Because
Yeah, who
seriously,
the
we don't.
hell-
I don't know. It doesn't get you anything to be a free patron. We're telling you that right here, right now.
Guys,
Yeah,
you gotta
step
stop
it
being
up.
broke.
Nate Sesko, I'm talking to you, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna start
I wasn't gonna
naming
name names.
the free patrons to shame you.
Hey, we don't name names. We don't name commies. All
just
right, you
kidding.
can't do that. That's gotta be
Okay,
That's
just
true.
us.
That's literally like McCarthyism.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna name commies.
Oh, Cody, I knew it.
Wow.
It would be Cody's all talk. I knew.
Yeah, I knew it too.
Cave into McCarthyism and start giving up names. Bastard.
Know what else you could do? You could win the Batman comics we talked about today.
Whoa!
First
How
two
do you do
volumes.
that?
Well, you
How
see,
does
this is
one
how you're
win
going to do it.
comics?
We'll post this on Twitter and Instagram. What you got to do in both situations, and we'll give you some instructions there, but it's pretty simple. On Twitter, I'm going to make a post on Comics and Chronic. You're going to see that post. It's going to have these two. You need to be following us. You need to retweet it, and you need to tag someone. On Instagram, it's going to be the same thing. You need to be following us. You need to share it in your story and tag us.
Yes.
And tag a friend in the comments.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, you guys.
Not that hard. It sounds like a
And
few
you get
steps, but
two volumes of the most iconic Batman ever.
for free. You're
For
not paying
free.
shipping.
You
free.
posers.
Just for
Yeah.
you.
You see
You may
what we
not have
do?
ever listened to the podcast and you hear this or someone tells you, you see it shared and you're getting this, then you're going to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
It's how we make commies right here.
But
That's
if
how
you
do it.
live internationally, you're
Oh, you're not
probably
part of
not
it.
going to get it.
Yeah, sorry. Seriously, no. Actually, that's a great fucking point. If you're in
Because,
Canada or
yeah.
outside of the U.S., sorry, it's just not happening.
It's
It's
too much
to
money.
ship.
Yeah.
Too much money. We have to sell a little bit of ourselves. Every
Yeah,
time.
no.
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, if you want to pay us for shipping.
Yeah, you could Venmo us for shipping and handling,
Yeah.
but
and
Yeah,
then-
but no, we're not. I don't like to ask people for money for the stuff we're given, honestly,
No,
except
no,
for
I agree.
Patreon. That's the
Yeah,
only
except for
time we want
Patreon.
it.
Yeah, but also if you want to give us money for funsies, you can do that too.
exactly.
Yeah.
Feel free.
But you know what? I'm gonna up the ante then. When we do our Patreon live, we'll do another giveaway.
Oh,
Patrons
Double
only.
dip, boys.
Double dip, boys.
Damn. The double dip boys have done it again.
You crazy
Dodge,
bastards.
duck, dip, dive, and dip.
Cody almost did a spit take for that one.
That was wild. I wasn't expecting that.
Wild.
Also, go rate us.
Ooh.
Go rate us on
Tell your
Spotify.
friends. Because
Give us a review
you know, yeah.
Some nice words.
Yeah.
or some bad words.
Ooh.
If you have
But
them,
give us a
hopefully.
5 no matter what.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
if you have bad
even if you
feel
have bad
free.
words,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
click on
You
the
can-
5-star.
You can call us the word every name in the book.
Yeah.
Give us 5 stars.
Yeah.
But also
Oh.
know we're gonna call you those names back.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Them's the
true.
rules.
And your mom.
Oh.
You don't want us coming after your moms.
Do you? Yeah.